Welcome back to my channel. It's Rachel, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about games that I wish didn't end the way they did, or games that I want to continue on that have long past or finished. So the first game I'm going to talk about is Jak and Daxter. Now, I love the Jak and Daxter series. I felt like Naughty Dog produces good games. Naughty Dog also produced Crash Bandicoot and Ratchet and Clank, which are both great franchises. But I felt like Jak and Daxter, when it came out, it was really well produced, well done. The stories were good, and the gameplay was always fun. And each game that they came out, the series got more mature, the gameplay got a little more difficult, and the humor got dirtier, I would say that. 10-year-old me had no business playing Jak and Daxter. With the humor that they slid in there, definitely. The things I loved about the game was definitely Daxter. I feel like Daxter was like the comic relief in the game. It was the first game that came out with Jak and Daxter, which is the introduction to the whole series. You see Jak and Daxter going somewhere they're not supposed to go, and Daxter falls into the pit of dark ego and he turns into this ferret, and he ends up staying this ferret because they can't change him back, and he ends up staying a ferret, which is probably for the best in my opinion. He never looked better. It just matches his character. And Jak stays silent in the first game, and then in the second game all of a sudden he gets a voice. So one of the good parts of the game besides Daxter that I loved was also the missions that you got to get on. With each game it's like a different mission, some better than others, some more fun than others, but the missions were definitely very fun. I enjoyed the missions, and the machine guns that Jak gets to fight with, and the bikes or the cars he gets to ride on to accomplish his mission, and Daxter's smart mouth, of course. I thought he was very funny. The game series was good. If they ended in 2009 on like a cliffhanger where Jak kissed his girlfriend and it was insinuating that they would go on another adventure, but Naughty Dog kind of ended everything. I want them to redo the series and bring back the series and make it up to date and just continue the franchise. I mean, we'll see. I don't know if you fans out there who played Jak and Daxter really enjoyed the series just like I did. My favorite one is the first one. I feel like that one was like the best one in my opinion, where Jak didn't speak and Daxter was funny, and the missions were definitely fun. I had a good time playing Jak and Daxter. Now the second series I wish that they would bring back is Golden Sun. Now I played Golden Sun when it first came out because the series came out in 2001. They had the second game in 2002, and then waited 8 years before they put out the third one, which came out for 3DS, and it came out in 2010. One of the best parts of the whole game that is arguably the best part are the dungeons and the puzzles. If you're a Legend of Zelda fan, I'm sure you would enjoy Golden Sun because the dungeons were the absolute best. Like, you had to think and use each character's alchemy just to get past a certain part, or had some secret boss at the end. And one of the good parts of the game are the djinns, because I think in total you can have like 10 or 11 djinns per person, and they're all located in different parts of the map. So you can find some in dungeons or out in the open field, or they're given to you, or they are in a secret part of the area and you have to go find it. That's what I enjoyed the most, finding the djinns, because the more djinns you find that belong to each character, the stronger your character becomes, and you want your character to be really strong. I love the game. I played all the time on my 3DS. I thought the series was good. It's been over 9 years since the latest Golden Sun game came out, and I want them to update it for sure because the game is good. It got good reviews all around. Everyone who's played Golden Sun enjoys it. They even have it in Super Smash Brothers. So yeah, Golden Sun is really good. From the bosses to fighting the djinns to the dungeons to the puzzles to the alchemy to the characters to the story, I can go on. I can go on. I love this game. I want Golden Sun to reappear and come back and make a better game for 2010, but I mean for 2019. But will people buy it though? I don't know, because it's been over 9 years and people are on to different games, so I mean, who knows, we'll see. Yes, third one is Musashi, Brave Fencer. That game came out in 1998 for PlayStation, and I feel like that game doesn't get enough credit that it deserves. One of the best parts of the games that I loved was definitely Musashi, because he's a ancient legendary warrior that is brought back from the dead to rescue and save the world from the evil that is approaching the area. And he doesn't know what's going on. He's like, I don't know you people, why did you wake me up? I was sleeping. And it was like, we need you to fix our problem. I need you to save the princess and rescue this and do this and do that. And he's like, but what do I get in return? I enjoyed fighting with two swords. I enjoyed the gameplay. I feel like the gameplay, like, it's not like any other standard RPG game I played ever. And it's a shame that the game is so old. I wish they could update it with today's graphics. I'm sure it would be just as good as the original if they updated it. Yeah, the story's really good. It has like a weird twist. I don't want to ruin it, but for those who play Musashi, you know, who knows what the hell I'm talking about, the game's really good. Like I said, I'm still playing through it, and I think Musashi is a great character. He looks really cool on paper, but in the game with the graphics at the time, he looks like a little small midget with blue hair and little baby feet and big eyes. But the game, don't get fooled by the game. The game is really good, and once you get into it, it's really enjoyable and fun. One of the parts I don't like about the game is the fact that they have like this time system, day and night, which I don't know why they did it, but he can fall asleep. So if you don't monitor his sleeping levels, if it goes after like 50%, he literally can fall asleep while he's striking an enemy, or fall asleep while you're in the middle of climbing up, like climbing a bridge or mountain. You literally fall asleep, which is annoying because you have to either take naps in the middle of each mission, or you have to make him eat certain items to make him stay awake, like a mint or something, which is annoying. Like, I don't want to be in the middle of fighting a battle and this character falls asleep. Are you kidding me? What kind of game is that? I don't know whose bright idea was it to do that, but they did. I guess just to make the game more interesting, but it was a nuisance to me because I had to make sure this fool took a nap. Are you kidding me? I can't fight a warrior right now because I have to take a nap? Who does that? I don't know. One of the things I did not care for in the game. Fourth game I wish that would come back is Power Stone. Now, I played Power Stone when I was a kid, and obviously when I was a kid, because it came out for Dreamcast in 1999. And it's basically a fighting game. You're supposed to collect these Power Stones, and if you have the most, you can unleash like a powerful attack, basically. That's the whole point of the game. I enjoyed it because being a kid, like, I like to collect the stones. They remind me of Chaos Emeralds, and they made you more powerful, and you could beat up your enemies or your brothers and sisters with it. That's how I did it. I think I usually lost when I was a kid, but I mean, who didn't? When you're the youngest one in your family and you have to keep up with your older brothers and sisters, you have no idea what you're doing. Yeah, not usually lost. But yeah, I thought Power Stone was very cool. I thought the characters that they designed were all very cool. Like, they all had their own different look, their own different fighting ability, and their own trademark poses that I loved. And the stages I thought were all well done. I think I liked the boat one where they're flying in the sky, the airship. I thought that was like a cool stage to fight on. And also when you collect the stones, everyone has like their own power move, which I loved. Yeah, and then the sequel came out in 2000, Power Stone 2, which is like the same thing, but they added a few things to it. But like I said, it's still the same game. Honestly, I think even if they made like a third one or updated it, it wouldn't be as popular as like the newer fighting games like Street Fighter, Tekken, Soul Calibur, and Mortal Kombat, because of just, yeah, I feel like, yeah, even if it did come out again, I feel like it wouldn't be as popular as those fighting games I just named, because I think just overall style and just popularity, people aren't into fighting games like that. Unless they redid it, but it made it more stylish like Tekken and Street Fighter and stuff, possibly, but I don't know. I enjoyed the game when I was a kid. Definitely did. Damn shame. Another game that I want them to bring back that was the sickest, illest game ever is the Jet Grind Radio series. Jet Set Radio Future and Jet Grind Radio. Those games, with Jet Grind Radio came out first in 2000, and then Jet Set Radio Future came out in 2002. And boy, was that game definitely one of the best games in the world. I thought it was so cool. At the time when I played it, I didn't know graffiti was illegal. I had no idea. I love how in the beginning of the game they put a disclosure like, this game, like, putting graffiti on public property is illegal. It is a high offense. You will go to jail. This game does not encourage that. It's just a game. Because you know, y'all crazy fools will go out there and paint the town and blame it on Sega. No. This game is purely fun, okay? Do not go out there painting graffiti. Because you will go to jail. But no, Jet Set Radio, Jet Ground Radio is probably the best games Sega ever created. One of my favorites. The style is very hip-hop, future, like swag, cool. Definitely. If you never heard of the game, go get it. Basically, it's set in Tokyo. There's these gangs who skate. The GGs are allied with Professor K, DJ Professor K, who's like this black dude with this luxurious, beautiful hair, these glasses. He's black, he's real cool. I love his voice, like actual DJ, like sick. And the other groups, all like other rival gangs that you basically compete with. So basically your mission is, oh, you gotta go to this city and these gangs lit up their put up their paint, but you have to paint over it. So it's very fun. I love that game. And the music that they play like these retro old school hip-hop mixed music while you're riding along. Yeah, I can listen to the soundtrack all the time. Game is good. Arguably one of the best games Sega ever put out. In terms of style, the character designs, every character has like their own design. I think I liked Yo-Yo, Beat, Graham, or also DJ Professor K. I think when you like play through the whole game, you can unlock him and play with him too. Graffiti art is my favorite. Like, I've always admired graffiti art, and whoever designed these arts are really good. They're like, they have like art based on different sizes, like small graffiti you can choose from to choose which art you do, and they also have like a big graffiti you can choose from. But yes, Professor K, one of my favorites. Love that game. Last but not least is an old school vintage game. I would be surprised if you even heard of this game, but it's called Bust a Groove. Now this game came out in 1998 for PlayStation 1, and it was the first dance games that I loved and still love to this day. Very different style. There's 14 dancers to play from, and they have their own style. So one is street style, one is hip hop, one is jazz, one is Vogue, one is like ballet, one is like gangsta style. So they each have their own different style of dance, and they have their own song. So you have to match, you have to press the buttons according to like the beat, the fourth beat. So when every song has their own tempo. So basically you have to press the button to match the tempo of the song. It's harder to explain verbally. I feel crazy when I'm trying to explain the game. I feel like I'm making it more confusing. When you play the game and you see it, it makes sense. Basically, every fourth beat, you're supposed to press these buttons and arrows to match the beat, and they perform a dance move. If you miss it, they kind of like fumble and like miss, but after a while, when you get into it, it's very fun. Kind of like Dance Revolution, but with your hands. I guess that's the best way I would say it. Dance Dance Revolution, but with your hands. Because you know, Dance Dance Revolution, you have to use your feet to match, like, you have to press, like, use your legs to, like, move and, like, yeah, kind of like that, but with your hands. And I enjoyed it. The songs were all catchy, and, you know, to this day, I love all the songs that come out. I can sing them word for word. And I love the characters. I thought the characters were all very cool. Me, personally, I love dancing with Heat, Pinky, Hiro, Frida, Gasso, Strike, Capoeira. Like, I think I'm naming all the characters. But the game, oh my god, it was definitely one of my favorite childhood games on this planet. You can literally mess around and play that game for hours. If you like dance, you like rhythm and blues and music, and you haven't heard of Bust a Groove, I suggest you buy a PS1 from Best Buy. Buy this game on Amazon, which is I'm sure $100, and get to cracking with the feet, girl. That game was so good. Those are all the 5 games that I wish would come back. There's obviously 10,000 more I would love to come back, but yeah, who knows? So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm still waiting on Shenmue to come out, but you know, I don't know. It's gonna come out in November, but we shall see. Shenmue would have made the list, but it's already coming out, so I'm happy. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. If you made it this far, I make videos every Friday and Sunday on my channel, so please, you subscribe if you want to see more. You'll follow me on my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram. I post all my gaming content on there. And yeah, so yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure to play a video game, and I'll see you next time.